Why is a trader betting billions with no clear strategy or precision, all for us to see straight on Hyperliquid? His name is James Wynn. Let's go into what he's doing, how it's impacting the market, and kind of how you can use it in your trading. All right, first things first, I want to look at the open interest, and this is going to be only for Hyperliquid. Basically, this is just showing him opening and closing his positions. Now, it's not only him, right? Open interest is going to be the all of the contracts on Hyperliquid, but you can see, I mean, these kind of pickups and closings are not normal, right? With this much size. So if you look over here, I have it in coins. You can see how many coins this is, right? So we go from 22K to 32K, so 10,000 Bitcoin. When you have these massive openings and closings, this is him, right? This is him right here. This is him again, him again. So what I like to do when we have kind of this positioning that's very obvious to see, one, is it going to get hunted? Most of the times these kind of positions do. And number two, how are we seeing it impact the market? Something that I noticed on the way up was we had this big, ramp up in open interest, right? It was here and then he closed and we didn't get the same effect to the downside. So to the upside, it's a lot more slippery than to the downside. So the good thing about him opening up these massive positions is we can see how they're impacting the order book in real time. It's actually pretty interesting, right? So all we know based on his position is that, wow, there's a lot less people offering it to the upside than when you get to the downside. People are willing to step in and kind of take that flow. So first things first to note on that. The other thing I wanted to go over, what is his real strategy? I mean, so he's opening up all these crazy positions and, there's going to be a bunch of videos telling you they can know, you can't know. Is he delta neutral on another exchange? Kind of playing game theory. Hey, I'm going to go long here. I'm going to bait them to hunt me and I'm going to go short on another exchange and, basically bait them to liquidate my position. Maybe. But his position is huge. So, I mean, it would make sense if that's what he's trying to do, but who knows? He could just be a degenerate gambler like Alex Weiss. Have you ever heard of him? Definitely check his kind of lore out, to say the least. He used to open up massive positions. He could just be a super good gambler. Judging by his execution and his flip-flopping in literally this range we're in, doesn't seem likely the case. Again, I already went over, could be running a delta neutral strategy where he's long and short somewhere else, getting people to kind of bet against him, kind of that game theory kind of thing. Another thing, he could just be a hacker that has illegal funds. Hyperliquid, no KYC. You can get on there. You literally just need a wallet. So if it is illegal or hacked funds, he could be trying to wash the money. But again, honestly, we'll never know. So this is something that is useful to see, though, this kind of open interest and how it is impacting the market. I didn't want to show you his P&L graph. I mean, this is kind of insane. If this doesn't make you want to take your risk management serious as a trader, I don't think any other chart will. I mean, I've never seen anything like this, right? He's literally up, 66 million? No, that's 85 million, 87 million, and now he's only up 10. I mean, I say only, it's still a lot of money, but we just look at the past week, is basically down only past month. So, yeah, I mean, if that doesn't tell you anything, excuse me, if you go to the completed trades here, we can see that, this was kind of the massive one that he got hit on. He's paying a crap load in funding every trade. Like, it's just insane. So I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Like, so, right. So he has this trade on right now. He's paying 300,000 in funding just to be long Bitcoin from 109. And if we go there to 109, is this him literally right here? I don't know if it tells us when it was opened or not. 109, 807. Yeah, so this is literally him. and then he got liquidated a little bit, which is basically this open interest coming off again. And I don't think he added more. I mean, this is probably someone else, but yeah. So just a heads up, maybe we hunt the rest of his position. Maybe he's short on Binance or something, and he gets last laugh. But I think it's interesting on studying the relationship on how he's impacting the market. These positions come in every day on other exchanges, but we don't normally get to see when exactly they're getting opened and closed. So the transparency is actually pretty interesting. I mean, on his Twitter account, I think it's pretty useless. These liquidity maps or whatever you call them he's using is not very helpful at all. I don't know. Maybe he's just pumping nubbing for this moon pig thing that he's promoting. It's useless to really speculate. I think it's useful to kind of see what he's doing with the open interest. So it's just what I've been paying attention to. Again, with Hyperliquid, that's where the retail interest is. Not saying he's retail. Who knows what he is, but it is helpful, I think, recently to split open interest by Hyperliquid because it does give you that kind of retail view that Bybit used to. I mean, look at this ramp up here. I mean, maybe this was him again, but I mean, you can just see like price did make a higher high, open interest did. We're opening up massive positions in here, and then we just roll right back over and we flush all of it. So stuff like this can be really helpful for intraday trading. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. It was more just how am I using this to kind of trade video? How am I viewing it on open interest? Again, this is Velo. You can just put on aggregate open interest and then just do Hyperliquid and make sure you do candles. All right. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments.